Hey everybody, it's Jamie and it's springtime, all right! Which in my slice of life, that means gardening time. Although it's still like just a little bit too cold out for that, and as much as I want to plant my peas and carrots, I don't feel like freezing my buns off yet. So today I'm going to show you how most gardeners get their greens a-growing without having to leave the house. Get ready as I show you how to make your own bottle garden. Let's do it, girl! Okay, so in order to make this craft, you'll need a plastic bottle. I recommend a liter bottle since you need plenty of space to have your plants grow. If you wanted to plant just like a few herbs or small flowers, then you can get away with using a 20-ounce bottle too. You'll also need a cutting tool, potting soil, a hammer and nail, or a strip of absorbent material like cheesecloth, cotton fabric, or a sponge, and thick biodegradable string. I bought this hemp cord at a craft store, but you can also find it at a gardening store or just online. You'll also need the seeds for whatever plant you want to grow. If you need help deciding, check the back of your seed packet or look online to see what plants work best in which season. I'll be going with basil, green onion, and chard. All right, let's craft full throttle with the bottle. Step 1. The first step is to cut your bottle in half. Now, if you don't think you can do an even cut, then try to err on the side of making the bottom half bigger than the top half. I made an initial cut with a precision knife before finishing with my scissors. Work slowly and surely here, making sure to mind your fingers as you go. Step 2. The next step is to create what I like to call a cap block. If you're comfortable with using your tools, go ahead and grab your hammer and nail. I even heated the tip of the nail with a lighter, but again, only do what's safe for you. Place your cap over something that can take a beating, like a marble slab or block of wood. Then use your hammer and nail to punch a small hole into the center of your cap. Step 3. Once your hole has been created, it's time to knot your string to your cap. Cut out a piece of string a foot or so long. Tie one end around itself twice to form a double knot. Slip your string through your cap so that the knot closes up the hole from the inside. Then screw your cap back onto the bottle. Now's a good time to tell you that if you lost your bottle cap or if you didn't feel comfortable using the hammer and nail technique, no worries. Simply find a small piece of absorbent material, punch a hole through its center, and slip in your knotted string like you did with your bottle cap. Then scrunch your material into the neck of the bottle, extending it into the bottle itself if you're worried that it'll fall out later. And the pieces of your bottle garden are complete. I know, it doesn't really look like it yet, does it? It just looks like a half a bottle with some string sticking out of it. Well, naysayers, I've got 3 words for you. Bottle it up. Literally. Rest the bottom half of your bottle face up on your workstation. Pour in a few inches of water. Then place the top of your bottle upside down onto the bottom half. Step 5. Now that your bottle structure is complete, let's transform it into a garden by adding the soil and seeds. Fill up your bottle most of the way with your planting soil, leaving about a ½ inch of space from the top. If you've got larger seeds, like the size of a pebble, place them an inch apart from each other as well as from the sides of your bottle. If you've got tiny seeds, like I did with my basil, sprinkle them into the center of your soil. Either way, when finished, cover up your seeds and remaining space with additional soil. Step 6. The last step is to play Dr. Frankenstein and bring those plants to life by adding water to your potting soil. Pretty easy. Pour the water over the top of your soil until it's fully soaked throughout. Then place your bottle wherever it can get as much warmth and sunlight as possible. Okay, so I know that this may seem a little bit backwards, but now that you've built your bottle garden, let me explain it. In the soil, the seeds will begin to sprout. And as the seeds grow roots, those roots will begin to use up water. Instead of feeling like you have to babysit your plants for every single time it's going to run out of water, just make sure you've always got enough water at the bottom of your bottle for the string to dip in. The string absorbs that water and then transfers it up to the soil. In other words, if this milkshake was the water and my mouth was the plant soil, then this straw would be the string. And it's all like, yum. That is some delicious plant water right there. Anyway, water passing through the string means that you won't overwater or underwater your plant. Eventually, the plant does use up all the water, which for me was every week or so. When that happens, lift up the top half of your bottle and pour in more water to soak your string. Replace the top and you're set for another week or so. Or to save time, cut out a piece of plastic in your bottom bottle that's big enough for a watering can or another water source. And if you've got an extra bottle lying around, use half of it to cover your garden during the first few weeks. This will create a greenhouse effect that adds warmth and humidity to help your seeds get growing a little bit faster. Finally, in order to keep track of what plant is which plant, I recommend doing what gardeners do and making garden markers, aka label your bottle. I found some wooden skewers lying around, so I wrapped one up in duct tape. After decorating a bit with the duct tape, I wrote in the name of my plant using puffy paint. Here's what mine looked like when finished. Just make sure that the actual decorating part doesn't touch the soil, because you don't want to have chemicals in the soil for the plants that you're going to be eating. Unless you want to become radioactive and become a superhero. Yeah, I'm guessing that's not really how that happens. Now, even though this craft costs less than $5, it takes 8 weeks to make. I should rephrase that. The bottle garden itself only takes like 20 minutes to make, but the seeds, man, those are gonna take a little while to get growing.
And here's what my plants look like so far.
Get started today and yours are gonna look like this too. Now, professional gardeners eventually transfer their mini gardens outside so that way they can maximize their plants' growth. But if all you wanted were just a few herbs here and a few small flowers there, then just continue to enjoy your indoor wonder. Talk about a bottle garden bargain. What type of bottle garden did you make? Tweet me at Jamie Petito, Instagram me at HeyJamie, or just let me know on my fan page on Facebook. If this craft put you in the mood to get ready for having fun outdoors, click the video on your left to make a variety of bird feeders with stuff from around the house.
And click the video on your right if you want to make your garden a bit more fancy looking with your own terrarium.
We did it, girl. I'm Jamie and you're on Gurl.com.